Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to be looking at some of the images that I took whilst I was at Warhammer World with two of my good friends. Before we begin, if you'd like to see more videos like this one, please hit the subscribe button and destroy the bell button so that you never miss an upload. So, the previous way I did this didn't work, so I'm going to hopefully do this slightly better. First couple of images we can see, it is on the drive there, and we see Warhammer World in all its glory. And yeah, basically we was driving up to it and took pictures because we're that basic. And yeah, the next image that I think we shall see is the Aquila. And the I do not know what the name of that is. I want to say Age of Sigmar, I know it is, but I don't know what it's called, whether it's like his standard or something. Who rightly knows? I do not know. There's a lot of selfies in this video, so feel free to like them, dislike them, whatever. And here we have the Ultramarines Rhino from the entrance. Crikey. There's also a picture of a Space Marine model. Let me see what the next one is. I think that one is the Space Marine model. If I just wait the seconds for the video to go. Yes, so the Space Marine. We did take pictures next to it, I think, but I don't know where they have gone. So we at least got the one with the Rhino, and that is all over my Instagram. That's the main point of doing it, isn't it? Because if you didn't take pictures, did you really go? So next one is of my handsome self with the ever more handsome James and Daniel. Again, been playing for many years. And James is a regular opponent of mine and a foil to many of my hero stories, plays Dark Angels mainly. And here we have Danny, the very heavily shouldered gentleman you see here. I will stop bigging up my friends, never. Yeah, and there's James leaning on the Rhino, which is always good. And the Nurgling and me, Nick and the Nurgling, and Jimmy and the Nurgling. The lady there in the background did recognise that I was wearing my Purity Seal, if you spot it in the video. Here we have a brownie and hot chocolates after the journey, and then we start on the actual models. Here is an image from, I believe, at least the 3rd edition Codex of Dark Angels, and I believe it represents the spaceship that they use, but I can't remember, or the rock possibly, that's the one. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. This image is, crikey, do apologise, an image of Space Hulk, Deathwing Knights, and the Gene Stealers. Pretty cool done. Coolly done, doesn't really sound right. The next image along is of the sword, I believe, awarded to painters who triumph in their painting skills. This was a very good diorama. There's so many models there, and the contrast between the green and the background is really striking, to be honest, and it pops very well. This is one of those where you have to walk around the full thing itself in order to, otherwise you will miss out on the models in the background. And yeah, this is a wide angle shot of the same one. All these images were taken on my phone, so please forgive the quality. I am not a professional photographer. Who is? You'd think I should be if I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not. Right, so next couple of images. Here we have some Age of Sigmar Underworlds warbands. I do love the game, to be honest. It's quick and it is fun. I'd advise it if you've never played it before, please do. And some warbands that you can no longer get. I've seen these going for like 70-80 quid for 7 models on eBay, so good luck with that. These ones are, I think, Skaven, yes, and I believe I did remember seeing hidden within some of the dioramas some of the Age of Sigmar warbands as well, so I did like that. They had little Easter eggs, if you will, within the dioramas, and again, probably more Skaven, yes. So I do have Skaven, and again with the Underworlds, I do like Skaven because I like the rats. The fact that they come back to life. I do actually own some Skaven, donated to me from Adam, which I haven't done a lot with, to be honest, so maybe we will. The Emperor versus Horus. I don't think you can go to Warhammer World, not look at this and revere it. It's been in every book pretty much ever since the dawn of time, so to do with 40k at least. So, you know, I don't even need to comment on this one. Enough said, truthfully. Yes, tanks. I love tanks. Bit of a treadhead. Love all of the Baneblades and such and so forth, and it's just nice to see a load of tanks, to be fair. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I don't apologise really. Next up we have more guard. There's a Valkyrie and the other one, I can never remember the name of it, and it was right above the tanks. And I think, to be honest, being a guard player, I did enjoy seeing all of the guard models that they had on display, truthfully. So more models from the olden days, so to speak, and some of the, and then there's the original White Dwarf with a skimmer that they tell you to make out of homemade things, which is, excuse me, quite interesting. I think one of the first Baneblades, the two, I might be wrong. Yes, so older models, things with the older packaging. Everyone loves a good bit of nostalgia, do they not? So what shocks me is often people looking back, us looking back on our childhood. So these things, me being 30, my mid-30s, without giving specific ones, people look back on our time frame and think that was years ago, years and years ago, like it was before the dawn of time, and the perspective for me is quite comical in a way. Yes, so one of my favourite dioramas, this is two images attached to it. Basically, if you zoom in, you can see the bottom left, there are gene sealers swimming across to the other side, and I like the contrast between the Hormigants falling off and the gene sealers jumping off and swimming, using their intelligence and their cunning to get round. It's a really good one. Catachans. Need I actually say more? They divide opinion quite frequently, and yet I like them. Every time I vote Catachans. Yeah, enough said. Enough said. I might say that a lot in this video, and I apologise in advance. The next diorama you will possibly notice if you are a guard player, or if you've just seen any guard things ever. This is a scene that was on, I think, the 9th edition codex on the inner pages, but it's probably been everywhere ever since again. And the next image will probably be, oh crikey, if I do not proceed to yawn too loud, the same image just from a different angle. Again, there's a lot going on this. Check out when you go, if you go, check out all angles. You might find like little hidden models, which I thought was quite cool. I love guard, so tanks always win for me, in my mind. Yes. The next couple of images here are basically the biggest diorama in the place. There's music, there's lights, it changes from red to white, red to blue because of the Ultramarines versus the Chaos Khorne. There's some traitor guard, I think, or at least some cultist bare minimum. There's a lot going on in this image, and it took a lot of work, you can see in there, and it is a collection of models that we as gamers would probably give our left arm to possess. So you cannot do anything but revere it, I think, when you go. I'm hoping that as I move my hand away from my phone it doesn't create a terrible sound, but I feel like it will, and apologies in advance. So here we have a chainsword again. I found that there was little bits and bobs hiding all over the place, and this was a nice little touch, seeing a presumably life-sized replica model type thing. And again, Terminator helmet. I think the next image is one zoomed up into that, to be fair. So again, it's nice to see the perspective, because it's obviously things that we see that's really tiny, and we often, when we're gluing them, lose them on the carpet and they disappear forever into the carpet and the void. So seeing things at this scale is quite impressive, to be fair. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on that bit. And next couple of images, I believe, are the Titans. Again, in that display you can see some like human-sized models compared to them, so again, the scale is good to see the difference. Now, Titans, Imperial Knights, tend to divide opinion, sometimes also the opposite of a miniature in a miniatures game, but it does fit in the fluff. I agree with it. So what I will be doing is having a look. I will make an inappropriate joke, but I will be implicit and being tongue-in-cheek. So the next image is something that made me laugh. I cannot explain why, but I did explain it on the day to one of my friends, and I thought it was comical. But again, that's just because of my childish brain and my ability to see silly things where needed. Next images are one of beer. I'm not condoning alcoholism, but and I don't really drink beer, to be fair, so it was a first, not a first. It was pleasant, actually, believe it or not. I would advise drinking it. Yeah, and then I believe the next image, again for your optical stalks, is the back of it. And yeah, I like fruity things. Something I probably should not proclaim over the internet without ridicule. Next image is a picture of a burger. It took a while to get my friend's food served. I normally play by the rule of no one eats until everyone's got a plate full. However, the issue was we knew that it was going to be late, so my food would have been freezing. So I proceeded to consume that before theirs actually turned up, and they thought I wasn't even going to finish the burger. Clearly they do not know me very well. Anyone who is aware of me is aware that I do like my food, and I have an almost insatiable appetite, to the point where I'm almost certain there's a void hidden in my stomach, or at least some form of demon. Yes, and the next image is basically an empty plate. I think we are getting close to the end of the video here. Again, just evidence that I did eat it. Picker, it didn't happen as usual rule. I'm attempting, yes, the last images should be the main hall of the gaming thing, and we basically didn't play there, but it was nice to be in there, and again to be in a place where we see a lot of things on the community site and also in White Dwarves and the above. If you live further out, it's a good idea to go and play there. And the last image is actually Blackstone Fortress, the purchase I made when I was there. So if you liked the video, as ever, feel free to put a like on it. If you didn't, tell me in the comments, and if you recognise any models, feel free to reference them also in the comments. And thank you for your time, and again, we'll see you next time in the next video.